are we in a post-design world? Like, can you, like, for instance, I don't know their name. I read about this group. They had a party at some LA development summit last year, but I couldn't get an invite. But there's some crazy group of like kids. I'll call them kids because I'm old and they're in their 20s.
Yeah.
But they make apps based off TikTok trends. And they're able to look at a trending video of TikTok, build an app around it, like whether it's like some wellness trend or whatever, and get, 1 million downloads of these apps. And they're able to build them super quick, and they're constantly monitoring social media trends and then building apps based off of that. And I thought to myself, like, I wanted to go there to see their process because I'm like, tools are so easy to use now. Games are so easy to distribute. Do we really need a complicated design? Can we make a game that's like, now this vibe coding or whatever, but can you make something that capitalizes on a trend really fast, spit it out, and then do another one, and people get their 2 hours of enjoyment from it? I don't know how you monetize this, but the days of crafting an experience over 2-3 years, has it given way to a post-design world where it's just sort of like crafting an experience around weird ephemeral trends?
Well, I mean, the ephemeral trends definitely seems like a totally valid space, and maybe it's the normal space now. I mean, I guess the question would be like, what were we doing before making those games like that, right? I mean, I think
I used to go when I started my company 1 billion years ago. I was making flip phone games. My hero was Roger Corman, right? When I was in college, I read his biography, and I'm like, this is my idol. Like, I love film, but I wanted to be more like Roger Corman than, I don't know, whatever. Like, I liked his style of just, he made money, he had fun, but one of the things he did was his movies were torn from, that's what the term exploitation film comes from. You exploit trends. So I remember I used to go to the bookstore back when we still had them. I go to Barnes & Noble and I just look at the magazines, and if I saw more than like 4 magazines on a topic, I'd be like, I need to make a game about that.
Nice.
There's 6 magazines about cats. That seems to be a thing. This is before,
And the cat games worked.
Right. And so that, so today I'm like the modern equivalent of that. What's popping on TikTok? Can you make a game around this trend? Can you get it out before the trend's over?
Yeah, that's tricky. That's what's tricky. I think in the normal Steam indie space, like it's still in normal time, that you can see a trend happen on month 1 and that trend will still be happening month 8.
Mm-hmm.
You could make a small game to try to exploit that window, right? And be in that theme and maybe explore some of those ideas. Plenty of people made Vampire Survivors likes.
Oh yeah, some of them are done quite well.
Bullet Heavens, and plenty of them did great. And some legitimately cool games came out of that effort as well.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of pushing a little bit out of the normal space of Vampire Survivors.